Hi, it's Dr. Pavanka. I wanted to talk real quick about stress with our pets. So, with dogs and cats, we have two very different ways that they typically do show stress. With dogs are kind of more like people. Their stress organ's the gut. So, if they have any problems with stress, a lot of times we're looking at vomiting, diarrhea. We do also notice panting in dogs, and we can see that with cats too. That's one of the things that they share. But definitely keep a close eye on their body language too. If you're thinking they're stressed, a lot of times they'll be more tense. Sometimes with dogs, their ears are more erect. They might have a furrowed brow. My dog, when she's getting nervous, she'll do kind of a nervous tail wag, and it's not the full hip to hip tail wag. It's kind of smaller tail wag, and it typically is a higher tail setting and more tense. With our cats, we kind of look at different things as far as they typically will have more urinary issues because their stress organ is the urinary system. So we do see something called a stress cystitis in cats, or Pandora syndrome, meaning that when they get stressed, their bladder lining actually starts to peel off and we have bloody urine that's kind of painful. A lot of times it looks like a UTI because they have small amounts of urine in the litter box or even outside the litter box around the house. And typically there's no bacteria there. We just need to go ahead and figure out what's stressing them out. Sometimes I swear cats do vomit too. I notice it a little bit more with hairballs. Hairballs, sometimes with cats, they'll kind of have that almost like a person who has that nervous twitch, either chewing on their hair or like kind of messing with their fingernails. Cats will actually overgroom. If you look on the Veterinary Information Network's partner page that's free and accessible to everybody, a lot of clinics use it for handouts. They do have an article on that. They call it hair mowing. I always was taught barbering, but either way, it's kind of them over grooming, and we do see a lot more hairballs with that. So I would say that cats should not have frequent hairballs. A lot of times that is due to stress, and we'll notice bald areas. Sometimes they'll be itchy too from over grooming. Now, if that is what you're seeing at home with your dogs and your cats, we do have options, and I would talk to your vet about what you're seeing because it might mean that they need pharmaceutical options, but there are probiotics, like Purina has a calming probiotic, and then there's pheromones. The one that always pops up in my head is Adaptil for dogs, which I think it's now Thunder Ease, and Feel Away for cats. Feel Away just came out with a gravy treat that has a substance in it that's in milk proteins. It's what we use in Zilkine capsules, which are another calming supplement you can use. And that is something that they just came out with that I think is really cool. I think my brother is gonna try that out soon, and I'm really excited to hear how that goes with his cat. But we do also have those Zilkine capsules that you can give. There are Soloquin chews that are little chews that you can give as cat or dog treats. With that, I believe the company does have a backing. If they don't like the flavor and they won't eat it, you can return it. But don't quote me on that because I don't think I could get them to say that in writing. But those are kind of the main options we have. For dogs, sometimes they do like that thunder jacket, kind of swaddling clothes that you can put on them. Some dogs really have a good benefit from that. Some dogs, it's just not their thing. And then there's the pharmaceuticals like gabapentin, trazodone, and fluoxetine or paroxetine. So I would say if they do need a pharmaceutical, you should talk to your vet. I would talk to them either way just to make sure that you're on the right track with your calming agent. But those are kind of the options that I typically recommend to people, and those are the kind of signs that I look for too. I would say one thing that really helps with anxiety in general is making sure that they have all their energy out. If you have a dog, a lot of working breed dogs or more active breed dogs will have anxiety, and they do benefit a lot from making sure that they expend that extra energy. And I would go as far to say that cats might benefit from that too. Another thing would be making sure that they have a space that they can get away from whatever the stressor is. But do go ahead and contact your vet if you do have any questions on those or think one of those might be something for your pet. I just wanted to do a brief overview of some of the options that are out there. Do let me know if you have any questions or anything you want me to cover, but I would say if there's anything specific to your pet that you have questions about, you should talk to your vet that you're already established and have that veterinary patient-client relationship with. Thank you.